Back on the Buccaneer basketball postgame show. Time for our postgame chat with head coach Barkley Radeball after a 95-85 victory over VMI. Before we talk about the game itself, I know just from talking to you in the pregame interview, there's a huge weight lifted off of your shoulders, off of the team's shoulders, that we have now finally qualified for the Big South tournament.
Hey, well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say something. No team should be excluded from their conference tournament. It's not fair to the kids. And that's something I believe the Big South needs to adjust. That was a hard day for us last year to not go to your conference tournament. And one of our goals was to make that. And, you know, we knew we had some business to take care of because of some close losses on the road. And our team responded very well tonight.
I remember after Florida State joined the ACC, they had 9 teams. They still found a way to get everybody in the conference tournament. I agree. It's definitely something that should happen. But either way, Charleston Southern is in, and it's because of a great effort tonight against VMI. We talked about it with Calvin just a moment ago. You guys fell down by 8 points very quickly, 16-8, and you were doing the exact opposite of what we talked about in the pregame, shooting wild threes early in the shot clock. VMI was getting runouts. Then a huge adjustment came. You finally started taking it to the rim, and every time you got it in the paint inside of 5 feet, good things happened.
Well, we tinkered with our lineup a little bit and got a few calm guys in there, and then started to execute our game plan. The one you and I talked about works. And staying tight on their three-point shooters and seeking out layups and free throws. And you can't take crazy shots. You can't take quick shots against them because it feeds the fury. And that's what they want you to do. And so we showed the last 33 minutes of the game.
Right.
30. Am I correct?
Something
there?
like that.
30,
yeah.
30 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
We were excellent, and our stats bear that out. And the way that you beat VMI is you hit shots around the rim. Kenny 9 for 12. Kelvin 7 for 13. I mean, that's good, high percentage shots right around the rim. And you just have to be willing to be patient to get those. And our team was from the 30-minute mark on.
It does seem like, the ceiling might be higher when the three-pointers are flying left and right, whether it's against VMI or anybody else. But the team overall is much more consistent, doesn't go through those droughts when the ball is getting down low to Kenny and Kelvin.
Well, we have some low post force. We need to make sure that we use that. I mean, you have a guy like Kenny Mitchell, why wouldn't you throw it down there? And you got Kelvin can score around the rim as well as anybody in our league, why wouldn't you throw it down there? And we've been preaching that, and we need to make sure that we had 18 assists tonight. I mean, that's winning basketball to have 18 assists, 17 offensive rebounds. I mean, that's quality basketball and executing our game plan. And I hope you ask me some questions about Kelvin.
No, absolutely. And we've talked about him several times after wins and losses, the effort that he's given. His 10th double-double tonight, he was spectacular again. He's a leader in all facets of the game, and I know it's something that makes you proud.
He's one of the 5 most influential, game-changing players in our league. You have to mention him up there with Art Parakowski and Joe Harris.
Absolutely.
Because when we can. How many times has he had double-figure points and double-figure rebounds?
It's his 10th one of the season.
There you go. And so you have to mention Kelvin. When you start talking about the first-team all-conference players and you don't mention Kelvin Martin, then you're making a mistake. I mean, he is one of the top 5 players in our league as far as it goes for influencing games. Defensively, he's the top 1 or 2 defensive players in our league.
He leads the league in steals, yeah.
And then to rebound and score the way he does at the percentage that he does, he's one of the top 5 most influential, game-changing players in our league.
You certainly hope that the all-conference bid comes Kelvin's way. I know he's outside of the top 10 in scoring, and that's obviously the statistic that people use most when they're determining all-conference ballots. But I agree, easily one of the 10 best players in the conference. But, Coach, you and I have talked about it. You've said it yourself a couple of times. When 2 teams are fairly even in terms of talent, it doesn't really matter game planning as much as which team just wants it more than the other team. And when one team just clearly wants the victory more than the other, it doesn't matter how much time you or Coach Balcom spend or any other coach spend in the film room, that effort is so important to the outcome of the game. And there were so many times tonight, whether it was Austin Johnson, fighting for a loose ball, Billy getting on the floor, Kelvin getting on the floor. We saw Zimmy stick his nose in there a couple times when he was in the game. Quentin Goods keeping one possession after another alive. The effort that the guys showed tonight was spectacular, and it really seemed, Coach, like they just wanted it more than VMI. And on several possessions, that was the difference.
Yeah, I thought our hustle plays were numerous, and I thought we chased loose balls down, and we made a lot of balls 50-50 balls. Ones that we maybe couldn't get, that we knocked loose, that maybe another guy got. When you get it down below the rim, now it's a 50-50 ball. Anybody on the floor can get it, regardless of their size. And I thought particularly in the second half there were some loose balls and some offensive rebounds that kept the lead at 10.